Okay. You know, you would think I've been waiting all day to do this and I'd be ready, but tend not to be ready. So let's get ready. We'll put this here for now. Where's my pencil? I'm gonna pin a comment real quick and then we're gonna get in. Why don't I do it this way? I hope everybody's having a good time. If you're freezing out there, I'm sorry. I really am. But I hope you're staying warm if you are out there. Art Nerd, how are you? I am doing well. I'm glad you're doing well also. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying warm. Hope you're if you are in the part of the country that is freezing, man. I hope you are staying warm. Awesome. All right, let's get to it. I probably won't be using the number 2. I'm going to be sticking to my blue pencil here.
So we're really proud of the fact.
What's going on, Saboteur? How you doing, man? Be working ambidextrous today. I'm gonna be drawing here while making sure. All right, hold on, Sab. I'm gonna put my mic on my ear. All right. This is the new mic setup. This is gonna be the new mic setup. Can you hear me okay? You let me know. Hopefully that's better. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, try to hit me up on the they should both have. Let me see my lav. I think I'm getting both you're on the desktop version now. I hate you serving different feeds. Yeah. Yeah, you they don't save preferences. Artner says you drew Batman on black paper. That's cool. How'd you like the black paper? Working on black paper. I just got a supply of this new ink. See how that works out for me. I'm gonna try out some different things. Sab, I had a great idea. I'm sure I'm not the only one to have had this idea, which is going to be we have these artist editions, and I'm just gonna scan some. Sorry, hit myself in the face with this mic. I'm gonna scan some of those artist edition pages and print them out on Bristol to see if I can ink over them. This face is gonna give me trouble. I know it. It's smart, bro. Like I was sitting here um, looking at Joe Kubert art, and I'm like, man, it'd be really cool to try to practice on some of his artwork. I don't have any Joe Kubert physical books, but I do have digital. So
Known for sharing what you love. No one wants to be known for cancer.
yeah, and he learns thinking techniques over those. Yeah, man. It's smart. honestly. The fact that I haven't done it really shows that I haven't really been thinking outside or inside the box so much so. Let me show this to Art Nerd. Yes. If I like drawing TMNT, absolutely. I'm actually in the middle of doing a video for this turtle piece that I painted in gouache, drawn in ballpoint pen. But yeah, one of my favorite. Yeah, I think what's messing me up about this face is that it's so extreme, and I want to do both caricature style and realism, and I'm gonna have to find a better balance. So yeah, man. My transitioning from editing software is taking a little bit longer than I want. So I'm gonna have to say take some time away from streaming and stuff just to just to learn it again. I'm sure it's easy peasy, but I'm just not giving myself the time to do it. I went from Premiere, moving from Premiere to CapCut. They're pretty similar, honestly. Um, you know, it is when you're comfortable with one thing, and to be honest, my I'm not gonna be winning any awards with my editing, but I was serviceable.
Let's face it, if your kids
Yeah,
are distributed
let
to
me
college,
change this
they
real
have to
quick.
stand
Cause
out. The pressure is on, and the stress is up.
is
SAT and
it?
ACT scores matter. For nearly 50 years.
I'm gonna change this music. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm no good in Premiere, but great in After Effects. Adobe workflows between. Yeah, man. It's it's kind of inconsistent. Uh, Yeah, I just want something to chill to. Yeah. Oh, my cat's awake now. So yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna stick with CapCut. One, it's free, so free is always good for me. All right, I'm just gonna go with caricature style because I think I'm overthinking this piece. I just want to get the image in here as best as I can. Philip Michael, me either. I photo piece not too bad. And as soon as I started using it, I didn't miss Photoshop as much as I thought I was going to. Considering I haven't used Photoshop to paint like I used to. I used to do digital paints. So that used to be my primary for, oh man, almost like 10 years ago, a little more. I used it recently um, to ink over some sketches for a book illustration that I did. Um, but I'm okay. I'm good with going back. And welcome. Just the mouth, I think, is too big. I exaggerated the eyes a little too much.
In my Legoland,
I guess I can't escape these.
and its breath would melt the clouds.
Rob sent you. Told Rob I said, "What's up, man?" what has become a really cool evening routine for me as that I'm like chilling out for the night is catching Rob's live sketches and inks. Plus, it doesn't help that I keep doing fan art for his characters. You just started drawing, so that's right. You said you started drawing just recently. We did photo editing and photography. It's still art, bro. That I don't think that foreshortening. I don't think it's working. It's still early. Yo, his eyes in this thing are freaking me out.
One second you know your dreams protected. No.
That's that. That's the other side. That's this. I might have to change the eye just because it's maybe I'll just erase it for now. I don't want to stay focused on that and miss the whole point of this thing. I don't know if it reads, but that's okay. Let's just keep moving. I am, although I've gone to art school for 18 months, whatever it was, almost 2 years. I do have a degree in graphic design, but I am predominantly self-taught. Um, Comic books, man, it's so silly, but that is really the biggest resource that I have, that I still use to this day, is comic books. The best thing that college did teach me though is respect for the masters, for and not just necessarily like the old headmasters. I'm talking about like the unsung one, man, the ones that were doing posters in the 30s and 40s where there was no computer, it was just it was no Photoshop. But if you look at the paintings, it looks Photoshop. Artists like Mook and Leyendecker, those old school, and even though they get overlooked sometimes by Rockwell, by Norman Rockwell. But if you start with comics, where is it? I got it over here. It's silly, but I've mentioned it a bunch of times, and I think a lot of people will say the same thing. This right here might as well be considered one of the holy grails of for self-taught artists. A great way to start, and then wherever you go from there, you know, I'm over here drawing this dude's head based on some fundamentals that I've learned. Where's the head? Here, from John Buscema. Where's the head at? And this is just a more advanced version of what you would learn if you studied Hogarth or Loomis or Riley. You know, I think this is more Loomis with the way the divisions are. But honestly, yeah, man. And and if you really want to get good with caricatures, oddly enough, like this image is reminding me of Mad Magazine. Mad Magazine, you would have these artists that would do amazing caricatures because they would be making fun of movies and known actors. So, and they were all recognizable no matter how exaggerated the features were. But I'm trying to be as honest as possible with that question in terms of resources. And honestly, to me, if you wanted to do comics, this would be the way to go. Even if you didn't, and this is a really good way to learn the basics of figures and head drawing and stuff like that. Everything I did, I started with comic books. Even Sunday funnies on the newspapers, Sunday strips. I'm trying to think. Yeah, college really only taught me more of the history, which I fell in love with and appreciated. But at that point, once you get a good foundation or good basics, you can find your reference is always going to change. Your resource is always going to change, and then you'll find like-minded artists uh, that enjoy those same type of things, and you'll end up gravitating to them. Yeah, McFarlane, and and it's good. Um, if you listen to McFarlane interviews, who his like Mount Rushmore of references and resources, he'll say Will Eisner for storytelling. He'll mention Hogarth. Uh, Hogarth has, if you Google anything like dynamic figures, dynamic hands, dynamic faces, I think that's the line of Hogarth um, art books, and you'll be able to see it. There's an artist right now, Freddie Williams the third. If you look at the way he draws figures, comic book figures, is basically Hogarth. He just put Hogarth's models in capes. But I like to current resources. Just I'm looking at a lot of different things. Uh, for painting, I'm looking at Steve Rude. I like the way he paints. He paints a very golden age version of comics and characters, and he keeps true to their original designs. I like Leyendecker. I like Sean Phillips and John Cassidy. So I wish I had. I don't think I have any in physical form. I have digital copies of those books. Frazetta, of course. Who doesn't? Who isn't a fan of Frazetta? But there's certain people that you'll always gravitate to. Um, this looks very Neil Adams. Not to say that I am a Neil Adams copy or I can draw like him, but this form of caricature of an actor looks very much Neil Adams like. So I'm looking at my stuff over here. And a lot of those contemporary artists that we like, McFarlane, Jim Lee, Liefeld, they all stole from Arthur Adams. And they'll tell you that they took from him. And there'll be certain things you go, no way, they don't draw like him, but you'll see certain things in their artwork that you go, that's very Arthur-esque. They all stole from Frank Miller. I might have to look at I see people worry too much of being a copy or a plagiarist, but it's more like a. It really is, and it's hard not to copy from people. It really, as an artist, people that always try to, you'll find your own style eventually, that type of stuff, and you will. Um, I did a lot of Jim Lee copying more than anything, but I will never be able to draw like that guy. That guy, he's a surgeon. You know, I can't do that. I don't have the patience that he has. But then again, everybody wanted to draw like Jim Lee. Um, but a conversation that I think Salvatore and I had before is not appreciating the old heads, the OG, like people like Jack Kirby. I didn't appreciate Jack Kirby when I was growing up, and Buscema and all of those type, and Kubert even. I didn't appreciate their style and what they were doing because it was in the '80s, so it was already Frank Miller style, and those classically trained artists. Jim is a surgeon. Yeah, you know, as soon as you brought that up, I just remembered that he was actually supposed to go to medical school. He is a surgeon. That dude's bananas. Exactly. Yeah. Jim Lee, that class of, McFarlane, Jim Lee, Larson, the Kuberts soon after. Um, I don't know. I think I'm going to attribute the guys from Cartoonist Kayfabe with me going back and appreciating a lot of these actors. So imagine that's recent. That's COVID recent. So ignorant. And then I just deep dove, and I never came back up for air. I've looked at more Kirby stuff lately than I have contemporary artists. If you guys get a chance, Google Commandy. I think it's called The Last Boy on Earth or something like that. Creator-owned character that Jack Kirby did, I think, for DC. And the very first splash page is of a New York City that has set in the future where it's been a global catastrophe, to say the least. So it's in the future. The animals have mutated into human-sized creatures. They talk, and think of Fallout. They're, the humans went into vaults. Anyway, check out the first splash page. No pun intended, because it's New York City underwater. And you go, how the hell did he do that in 19 whatever it was? Yeah, and then you realize, man, I never gave this guy the respect that he that he deserved. Who is this guy they're talking about? Yeah. Dude, the water effects, all the detail, the debris, the Statue of Liberty, the waves. Ah, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Yeah. So they were definitely ahead of their time. These things are gross looking, man. Do you guys remember any of these? What movie these are from? Yeah, this is from They Live. They Live. That's from what the hell? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And I'm about to start. This one might be. We'll see. We'll see if you guys can pinpoint it. I think we're all in the same age group. Yeah, where Obey came from. Obey, do not resist. Uh, you Philip, you might have seen Invasion. They've had several versions of this movie. This is the late '70s, which is the second one. They had another one called Invasion of the Body Snatchers that came out mid '80s and '90s, and then there was one movie called Invasion with Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig. That was basically a remake of this movie. All right. And this is pretty small paper. What is this? 9 by. What are you? 9 by 12. But I plan on scanning it in and blowing it up to 11 by 17, and I'm gonna try to ink it there and preserve it there. I might try to paint it. I should keep in. I should try to paint it. I should try to paint it. Here's where I wish I can draw women like Buscema. Hellraiser and Reanimator. The Thing is still. Have you seen the original version of The Thing? I think her nose is too big. The black and white one is actually amazing. I think it's called The Thing from Outer Space. It's amazing. I think I might have trouble with this lady's face because it's at a weird angle. And so I'm trying to find references. From Beyond. Yeah, that's the one with the, he has the worm in his forehead. It's Phil, the same actor that was in Reanimator. And it might be the same doctor he brings back in the Reanimator. Is that right? I haven't seen those movies in such a long time, and I seen them when I was too young. Oh, brother. This one's going to be a test. That face is killing me. All right. I might have to forget the reference and just make it work. Yeah. Oops. As Andrew Dice would say. Oops. They destroyed it or opened a portal to it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the vertical stream, but it looks trash. Yeah, well, the thing that came out of it, different ideas. Yeah. Might be this. Butterfingers. He looked like he looks like he's been listening to our conversation. Oh, this is the Prismacolor blue. Prismacolor blue. It has a number to it. This is the one that Rob be using, Rob Norton. And I've used the blue pencils before and never they never really worked for me. So they have now. So there you go. New pencil, new me, new ruler, new you. I believe it. You'll be able to do straight lines now. I got to show you that ruler. It's hilarious. The one I was looking at. I can't remember what show was on. I think it was on recently. Were you showing the cover recently on somebody's live? I can't remember. I think I was. I can't remember the live I was watching, but I saw your work on there. It looks really good, man. You think you had the whole page at an angle the whole time? Yeah, but the lines will be straight. Just at an angle. Thank you, Philip. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, man. Thank you for hanging out, man. I'm printing all the pictures now, doing one more check before sending off to proof. Yeah, man. You're doing a Kickstarter for it, right, Seb, for your book? That'll be dope. The reference I'm using for this image, I think the contact lens that they have on the actress was so big because even like the bottom of her eyelid is like real poofy, and it just the picture looks good when you're trying to draw it. It makes it look weird. It just appears weird. Let me see. You want to get some samples first, so you can have proof of concept. Yeah. That'd be really cool. All right. I might have to deviate from the I'm gonna yeah. They're amazing references, man. I think you first look at those things as you fanboy a little bit looking at the artwork, and then you realize how the gold you got in your hands there. I'll find a way to make her. Caleb Reynolds, how you doing, man? They call the mellow yellow. That was that Ringo Starr? Was that his song? Oh, her face is killing me. All right, what can I do? I'm gonna stand up. I don't actually know if he's known for any songs. I'm sad to have known that song. I don't think he sang Mellow Yellow. He did a different one. All right. I know you guys can hear her. Just want you to know my cat is safe. She's just deaf. Okay? She is safe. She's not in danger. She's just deaf. Yeah. So if I could have told you that was one of Ringo's songs playing in the background, you would have known the difference. This lady might get cut from this poster. All right. Let's see if this will help me. She is kind of like... That's my jam. Meow. It's Ringo. I can't do it. I won't do it. Getting closer. So, have you guys surviving in your neck of the woods? You're in India, right? Seb, I may have missed your first part. All I see is sorry, I mean contributor. Oh, um, it's all good. It's all good, senor. Uh, I think I gotta be a little, I have to be a bit more strategic. Yeah, I think. What did I use? It may have been this size. So 9 by 12, something like that. 8.5 by 13. Yeah, that sounds about right. Huh, it took me long enough. I think I may have saved the lady. She doesn't look like the reference anymore, but it was just really hard, man. All right, let's see here. Yo, that 80s hair was something else. Said one of the dudes from the studio, I forget the name of the guy. He reached out on Instagram. Said I think they're gonna do another one of those redraw projects. Yeah, I don't think they've confirmed yet, quite yet, the book they're gonna do. He mentioned an X Factor 60, but he wasn't sure. I'm like, count me in. It should be pretty cool. I gave her more eyebrow, but that's okay. Oh, they changed. They said Youngblood now. That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. Yeah, Youngblood would be cool. I think what Rob is doing is his current book is, I think, not a parody of Youngblood directly, but it's a parody homage to that era of comics from the like mid 90s, early 90s, where everything is just gritted teeth, kind of very similar to what Mitch is doing. I think. I didn't want to be comparing their ideas and I'm completely wrong, you know. I might have to redo that eye. I'd be game for a Youngblood too. I think that'd be really cool. I think it's humbling. That project is humbling because we spent a lot of time shitting on those dudes, shitting on that era sometimes, and those dudes were they were working hard, man. That'd be cool too. Uh, Talking with Omer last night was like everyone should write their own version of that X Force, the one that we just finished doing, and whatever is next to push off as a fun. Yeah, dude, and it's a lot of work too, man. But it would be cool, man. She gave me like Jane Fonda vibes. Yeah, I can't imagine either. You know, I'm trying to do this thing for, for funsies and just trying to just figure it out, and I haven't scratched the surface. My version of this character doesn't look menacing enough, so I have to embellish a little bit. Yeah, but I can't imagine solo book. No, no studio, no staff. So I can't imagine, man. I commend you for this, for what you're working on and how good it looks. You can see the amount of work and effort you're putting into it, not just to do it, but to make it look good too. Where is my tape? Yeah, brother. Man, I really wish I would have been able to capture that lady's face. Trying to see. Eh. Her lip is thinner. Yeah, I couldn't quite capture the actress's face. And it has to do with the nose. Here, let me see if I can show you the actress. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So, I don't mind the eyes. I don't mind the stylized eyes. I think I'm definitely losing it. You know what? Let's see. You remember V? Miniseries from the 80s? Should be a theme going on here. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to. So now all I'm really doing is looking for landmarks. It could be because my paper. The nose was too much to the right. I thought I would be able to measure. Like you would in art class. Let's see if we could. It looks about like that. This eye's too low. The eye needs to be up here. She needs an eye-ectomy. Again, I don't mind the stylized look. It was just the nose, and I think the nose is too much to the right. It needs to be a little lower. If this is my measuring line. This feels weird because now I'm not really looking at the paper. I'm looking at my monitor over here. And it's like old school drawing on a tablet where you're not looking at your hand. Let's test that hand-eye coordination, shall we? Breaking stuff. Not too much. Esa nena está pasada. Let's break down these shapes. No young artist watching. Take some notes of somebody failing right in front of you. She has that. What did you do? Yes. How you doing, LeMay? That is the lady from V. She one of the generals, I think. She was all nice to look at until she ate that mouse. If I had tracing paper. Again, I don't mind the stylized look of the face, but maybe it's just the angle. She is a tough cookie. There's something about it. It really is a puzzle right now. So I might just concede, keep it as a stylistic portrait. Just make sure you can see that she is inherently bad. I feel like there's a piece missing here. She's kicking my ass. I gotta move it. You know, maybe if it's colored in, and you'll notice that the eye is a lizard eye, it'll be won't be as obvious that the face is off. Because this is putting a hander into the process. Thanks, Art Nerd. I appreciate that. Art Nerd, you might be too young to know who these characters are. You don't know who they are, but they're cool. Thank you. They're from 3 different movies from the late 1970s, early 80s, all dealing with uh, paranoia and aliens and it's a little bit of everything. Mainly paranoia in action. This is from a movie called They Live. This is from a movie and miniseries called V. And this is from a movie called Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Do you want to ask me a financial question? If it's too personal, I won't ask. I won't answer. But go ahead, shoot. Yeah, Savage OBS. Art Nerd does it. I'm wishing for it to be my main source. I am currently unemployed, so a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is so that I can make money. I sell prints off of Etsy, prints and posters. I sell original artwork in my Ko-fi store, the Ko-fi shop. So I am trying to make my art my main source of income. Yes, so I'm working with 3 different references here. I'll show you the next one. She's killing me though. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that one off. Where is it? It looks like I can't show the reference for the Donald Sutherland shot, but this is my dude up there. I just moved his eyes. Art Nerd, yes, it goes to my PayPal. That's that dude. He was the only reference that wasn't looking towards the viewer, and I wanted to make sure he gets noticed. Did I not save this one? Oh, that's why. So art nerd, it depends, right? So if it's a print, they're pretty much standard. I gotta check now. 11 by 14, 11 by 17, that type of poster print. When it comes down to original art, it'll depend on size, obviously. This is probably the 8 by 10 being the smallest. Where is it? 8 by 10 being the smallest with the Ninja Turtle picture. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, that's horrifying. 8 by 10 for the Ninja Turtle one here, or for my prints of this size and on canvas, and they're painted. So depending on the amount of work I put on them, like that one in particular is about 80 bucks. But I have some others in that size that are higher in price. So it's going to depend on how you price yourself. And believe me, that is the age-old question in how do you price your stuff? Because it'll always feel too little or too much. All right, I think I lost. if you're going to do art nerd, if you're going to do prints and posters, I would recommend taking it out of your hands and going to Printful, which is what I use. They take care of everything. They take care of the the printing of your posters or your artwork. They take care of the shipping. They take care of all of it. If you do Etsy, and you can use Printful to sell your prints and your posters onto Etsy, you can combine them. So as you upload the and create products on Printful, as long as you have your store linked, it'll go directly to your store, and you really don't have to do much. It'll walk you through pretty well. They take care of all the pricing and the payment. You take care of the pricing. They take care of everything in the back end. Which is really good. If you're going to sell via Etsy your own stuff, then you have to be able to maintain and ship those items and products yourself. Yeah, I do that. No, right now all I have is my Etsy store and my coffee shop, which I think you can find the links if you want to just take a look at what it looks like. If you go into the description part, here I'll even put it on the link here. I don't know if you'll be able to click on these here, but wrong button. So I used to have multiple stores like on TeePublic and Redbubble, but for as much as they say they do for artists, they really don't. That's my opinion. So I find that Etsy is basically, you better be true to your word, which is what most people prefer. Yeah, it may seem overwhelming at first, but there's so many different resources that you can look up, even on YouTube. There's people that make tons of videos about it, and they're pretty good. And the other question you had, let me see, how fast or slow? Some will sell immediately. Some people have, if you have nice art and interested art, and you got a good audience, they may gravitate to it quickly. I don't know how well Etsy or Printful. I don't think Printful does any ads for you. Etsy does, kind of. It's very algorithm based also, so make sure you have the right tags to your artwork, and they'll push it out to when people do searches. And how fast, it all depends on what it is. I don't put unlimited quantities. I keep it a low quantity. That makes it just easier for me to maintain, even though Printful will be the ones that provides those prints. I'm trying to think what else, but And with Etsy, it's not listed forever. You would have to pay I think every 90 days or every 30 days. I can't remember, a certain amount of money to keep that item listed. So if it's not selling, remove it. And if you want to keep it there, just a matter, I think it's a quarter, 25 cents. Oh, that thumb. And where do I make the most money? Nowhere, bro. I'm broke. um, Etsy, because it is my major store. So I have sold prints off of Etsy. Um, I have done, besides that, I've done projects with business projects for a publisher here. So, but if it would have to be, it would be Etsy. Hey Seb, if you're still there, you're a barbarian lady. How were you able to clean up the pencils to that? Because there was a lot of rendering you did before you inked it. What do I think you should do if you wanted when you hold on, let me read that again. What do you think I should do if I wanted to start selling my own art, the good drawings at least? I gotta think that they're all good. Um, I would start promoting it. If you have YouTube and you do shorts, put up a quick little blurb at the end of your short. You know, with a link or the name of your Etsy store. Start that way. Have them take a peek. Mention it in the beginning or the end of your videos if you're gonna do spoken or narrative videos. If you have Instagram, promote it there. The only other thing the only other advice I would give to you, and I think mainly through as an artist, mainly as someone like yourself that creates content and pushes it out, don't worry about trends. Don't try to follow trends, because you'll just be chasing. It might get you some links, and it might get you some likes and people, which will be, it's just good. But if it becomes something you do routinely to try to find your art and your voice, you're going to be chasing all the time. And what you want to do as an artist is you want to create the trend. So create the stuff that you like, Because I guarantee you, I don't think there's a lot of people that woke up today and said, I want to see an image that has 3 people from 3 different movies about aliens and invasion. You don't have to be monetized on YouTube to promote your art. I'm not monetized. So, and you gotta get accustomed to saying, hit that like, hit that subscribe, be comfortable in your skin, be comfortable with who you are. You don't have to oversell. I think that if you're honest and you're a good artist, people will gravitate to you. They'll invest in you. Not quite Donald Sutherland, but yeah, I'm shocked too. No, I'm kidding. Um, I mean, it's all right. I started a little late. It's all good. Well, thank you, kid. I'm shooting for it. I'm close to certain milestones, so that's good. But it becomes again another one of those things where you end up chasing, and it'll drain you before you know it. Trying to chase it, and then you're drawing or doing stuff that you love to do for other reasons besides enjoying it yourself. If it comes naturally, I think it I don't know. I don't know, bro. Don't listen to me. I got no money. I appreciate that, Art Nerd. Thank you. So the goal originally for this channel was to do this, share what I know, meet new people, meet other artists, learn things and share it. I started this channel when I started to learn how to paint with gouache because it was hard to find videos that would show uh, kind of like the way I like to draw. They would draw gouache and use, or they would use gouache and use it to do pretty landscapes and stuff like that. But I like pulp comics. I like comic books. So, and I didn't see a lot out there showing that type of artwork using that medium. And then just it happens with art that you'll get better at other things as you focus on one thing. All right, so black. Oh, you're welcome. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll be looking out for your next video, Art Nerd. Where is it? What did he say? Might need help how to do this. He said set it on 3. Is that right? And then alternate. No letters in the crowd. Is there a doctor in the house? I probably should have thought of that. No. This one? And this one? No, that's all the same line. Oh, I butchered it. That might work. What is the point? Telephone. What is the point? Okay. That's fine. To Oh, now. Sorry, guys. I'm looking for a reference book for text. I've had it in front of me all day. And of course, now I can't find it. Because that's how it is. One last peek and then I'm coming back. Because That's terrible. All right. I think these all might be too pretty to put up on here. All right. So that was a waste. I think that might be it. Scan it in. And tighten up the lines. You get him, buddy? You bark at those bad people? Thanks, bud. You let him know, bud. What was it, Downs? Do they have any? Even though I like this thing, do they have any? I'm about done here. I'm just going to tighten up. I think we should be ready to scan. That's white. We'll stay here next time. I have to work on my lettering. Guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. and that your week starts off in a good foot. The good foot. Just take care of yourself. God bless you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.